Hi everyone, welcome to the CBoom Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Alex.
We're back.
Excited.
Ready.
Too soon, Peter. Too soon.
Ah.
First things first, shout out to our sponsors. Tata's Hot Sauce Emporium brings that flavor to your table.
Special shout out, Odie. 5 years. Congratulations, brother. It's been 5 years last week. I went by. There was a big party. Oh, you guys missed it. Oops. I forgot to tell you that. It was awesome.
Well, regardless, if you want to get
things.
in on the 5 years of awesomeness, go to hotsauceunlimited.com, look up Tata's, or if you're in Toronto, hit up St. Clair and Rexley. If you go in person, tons of food, not just sauces, amazing stuff.
We can't forget Extreme G Gaming, located at Yonge and Eglinton. Go there for all your gaming needs, whether you're looking at PlayStation 5 stuff, Xbox X, whatever you're looking at. Make sure you go there. All the new hot releases are there, and you get an ice cream cone on the way.
Madden 22.
Yeah,
Coming out.
And you can actually talk with people who know about video games, not just try and sell you stuff, which is always super good.
A good
So
home
check them
feeling
out.
there. They're always gaming in there.
Come here.
Got a special guest today.
Oh, he doesn't want to come around.
If you're wondering what all that panning was, you gotta move back, man.
Yeah, man, he's not coming around.
Come here.
Here you go.
Come here. Come here.
We got a little mascot today.
We got a baby. Look at this baby. This is Odie. Say hi, Odie. What? Oh, he loves people. That's all the panning. So
He's our good luck mascot for the year. So
we're gonna win lots of money.
Yeah,
We're gonna win lots of money, and we're gonna start off well.
he's
All right.
definitely a Brady fan.
All right, get down there. He's not a Brady fan. He loves the Bears.
Oh, come on.
Get
He lives in my
out
house
there.
and I feed him. So he loves the Bears.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. A little COVID update. None of us have COVID. Thank you.
We're good.
That we know of. The NFL is
There's
back.
always one.
Yeah.
Always
the
one in a
NFL
group.
has put in a policy, though, that if any team has to cancel because of COVID, the other team has to pay the salaries of such team that lost the game, and they get disqualified. So it should be interesting because a lot of players are refusing to get vaccinated, except the Atlanta Falcons. They are 100% fully vaccinated, but I don't think it really matters because once you stuff all these people into a dome, there seems to be no restrictions on fans this year, so we'll see what happens.
But I've noticed that across
Nobody
a lot
knows.
of the sports. Even in UFC, it was a big deal. Michael Chandler wasn't going to be vaccinated, so they had to cancel his fight. And now they're looking for another state that will sanction the fight if he's not vaccinated.
Well, Texas or Florida, but
Yeah, well,
They'll find a place. There's no ifs, ands, or
They'll-
buts. They had fans. They
Yeah.
were the first ones with fans. They were fighting during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They'll go out
But
to the
it's,
island. They'll find a spot.
I just think it's a little crazy that they're forcing people to get the vaccine like that. I mean, I understand, but it's a little weird.
do you know anyone with smallpox,
Oh, it works. But we tested that vaccine.
polio?
I don't know, I just don't feel like you should be forced.
Like
No,
I said
fair
before,
enough.
there's always one.
Is this a political show or a sports show?
All right,
Okay.
guys.
Fox News, CNN.
Both are true.
There we go.
Dun, dun.
All right.
Infowars.
Come on now. All right, so an update with Proline. I want to make sure everybody's well aware. We are not OLG endorsed by anything like that. We just love sports betting. But we do update people on how to make bets, when they're available, where to make them, where we make them. We use many different sites online. We use Proline sometimes. Proline has come out with something called Proline Plus. What it is single sports game wagering. It's absolutely amazing. However, it was very misleading when it came out because everybody assumed it'd be available at the stores, and this
Just
Proline,
like Proline.
it's Proline Plus, so it's going to be online only.
But you can't do a ticket and just tick it off and...
It's completely, so it's all online.
For now.
For now. They're expecting it to change in about a year, but for that year, why
Give it
would I
less
be
than
doing
that when nobody's on.
Yeah, why would I use Proline with shitty odds?
Yeah.
It sounds to me like they have a failed marketing option there because realistically, like you said, the odds aren't going to be as good. There's already established online gambling sites that are allowing you to do this.
Come on.
If Proline wants to do this in store and they're using the internet as a test market, they're going up against much bigger competition. The whole benefit of Proline is that you're at the store.
It's run by the government. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, as we've seen over the
Honestly.
last couple of years, they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
One of those things. All right, let's get into it. NFL Super Bowl picks. Last year, Alex hit it hard.
The champ.
Big win.
Yep.
Big win.
Before day one, called it Tampa Bay. All I needed to know is what team Brady's on, which leads me to my picks today. And one key question. what team is Tom Brady on?
You know the answer.
They're going to win. Tampa, again, back-to-back.
For the repeat,
Repeat. For Brady, it'll be a three-peat.
they're actually just behind the Chiefs. They're the number 2 favorite. CBoom, what do you think?
Last year I said Baltimore. The first time I didn't take Brady.
No, you said KC.
No, I was Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I was Baltimore. It's a tough decision. You know, I'm the biggest Brady fan there is. I think they will do a repeat, but based on odds. There's a lot of things to consider.
Is that what sways you?
Sometimes.
There's some good bets that can be made. I mean, realistically, if you go with the favorite, you're never getting the best of odds. But
It's
I-
going
I
to be
still feel
most
it's all right.
likely Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Baltimore, Green Bay.
If you go with the Texans, it's plus 30,000. Spend
Ten-
$100. No, $100 pays you 30,000.
$100.
$1,000 pays you 300,000.
There you go. Big
Yeah,
odds, big opportunity.
You never know. Anything can happen.
No, with Houston Texans. No more J.J. Watt.
2001, St. Louis Rams did it. Who knows? And you had a good point earlier. It's like take $100 and take the last 10 teams. You'll never lose if one of them hits.
Yeah.
But
So-
that's long shot betting.
It's
For
extreme long.
$100 though.
It's extreme long shot
Yeah.
betting, but if any one of the worst 10 teams hit, it's a major payout.
Yeah, and I mean,
It does.
we got
happen.
the Patriots in there.
Patriots look really good.
Or no,
this
not the Patriots, but the Falcons, Giants, Panthers, the Raiders. But
Panthers
the
have
Panthers,
some
I could
weapons.
see them going far. You got the Jaguars, but you know a rookie quarterback has gone to the Super Bowl in the past, so we'll see.
It could happen. It could
I think that was
definitely
Uncle
happen.
Jerry's 49ers and Colin Kaepernick. How he's not on a team again, who knows? The Lions, though, forget about it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, there's teams out there.
Detroit ain't getting nothing.
The Bengals are a different team with Joe Burrow in the bottom 10, so
Yeah.
you never know.
So my bet's going to be the majority of my Super Bowl wagers will be put on Tampa Bay. But for my single pick, it's hard to say. Tampa Bay. Have to. Double
So
up.
everything on Tampa. He's all
Tampa.
in. Boy, both boys are all in on Tampa, and that's an NFC team. So
And how about you there, big dog? What do you got?
well, like Chris
Chicago.
said, no,
I like
I'm
Chicago.
gonna go with value. Chicago won't make the playoffs, I don't think, but they're on their way. But value pick plus 3,000, the Tennessee Titans. Derrick
Wow.
Henry, Julio Jones,
Julio Jones.
good coach, good defense. That's who I'm taking. The Titans at plus 3,000. So that's
Wow.
$100 wins you $3,000. Tennessee Titans. That's my AFC team. My NFC team is not Green Bay, obviously,
Tennessee.
but they'll probably do well.
That's a risk.
That's why I'm taking the Titans. Yeah,
That's
but
not
it's
a bad-
value.
it's-
It's
it's-
plus 3,000.
Show. Oh, wow.
That
Okay.
team is all in this year.
Okay.
So
All
we'll
right,
see what
so
happens.
Those are
Tampa,
our picks.
Tampa. But
Has-
there's the 3 T's. Tampa,
Yeah.
Titans, Tampa.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah, so
So
those are,
it's something with a T.
So as of right now, we'll go over week 1. The lines will change. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, but we'll see what they are for now. So the first game, you've got Dallas at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is at home at -7.5. They actually opened at -6.5, -7.5 now. To be honest with you, it's an easy win. I'm going to adjust the spread to about -9, -10.
It's
Yeah,
tough
what-
because you might have cowboy money coming in, so you probably want to wait till Thursday, right? Cowboy money, everybody in Texas bets on the Cowboys, and that pushes the line down. So you might get it at -6.5.
I hope it goes back down and
-6.
then adjust it to -9.
Is that one
Get
of
it
our
around
picks?
3. No.
Okay, because I'm
That's-
staying. I kind of like Dallas.
I love it.
Only
Whoa!
because, yeah, only Dak's
Whoa!
back. Dak is
Easy,
back.
buddy.
to be honest, I can kind of
It's
see
the
it.
first show of the year, and he's already pulling shit like
To
this.
be
Can
honest,
you
I
believe
can
this?
kind
You don't know
see
the
it.
people I know.
I can kind of see it because the thing is with Brady, he screwed me on so many games because he doesn't do it unless it's necessary.
The Bears
He
beat him
doesn't-
last year.
He doesn't win a game if it's not necessary. He doesn't score the extra touchdown if it's not necessary. He's taken so many knees.
They could go 0-3, okay, and
then
still
still-
make the Super Bowl.
That's what I mean. Look at him last
They
year.
don't start trying until they're 0-2.
Exactly. Look at last year. Brady made stupid mistakes, not even knowing what down it was. Came back to win Super Bowl.
That's just Alzheimer's, but that's fine.
He's gonna this year. I don't think. Again, I think it's gonna be the same. Start slow. Try out some
I
plays.
like it. Yep, I agree.
So-
He might lose a
Good
game or
thing
two.
So
It's not one
who
of
are
our
you
big
guys
picks.
taking in this just for fun?
Just for fun.
Not a key pick,
I
just
think-
for fun.
Well, it depends. Right now,
I
if you're going to give me 7.5 points, I take Dallas to cover. But if it goes under 7,
I'm with. If you were to give me like a minus 3.5, maybe. But no,
I imagine there will be an update.
it'll be like a field
it's
goal.
gonna change. But okay, so we've got 2 Dallas. Obviously, I'm going Tampa Bay.
Well, only to cover the spread. I still
Yep.
think Tampa will win.
Yeah, these are all to cover the spread. The next game is Arizona at Tennessee. Tennessee's at home, -3. Arizona's looking hot.
They're a
looking
stacked team, but they're on the road, and who knows? A lot of pressure. So in Tennessee, a lot of pressure. They're all in this year. Derrick Henry at home, I can't bet against them. And since I got the Titans to win the Super Bowl,
It might as well start now.
I'm a Tennessee fan. They are not slow starters. So unfortunately, about 6 players and the coach have COVID. So we'll see if there's any long-term effect.
And that's not going to affect your Super Bowl pick?
Nope. Because there's going to be whole teams going down. So 5 or 6 players, well, it's early. Rather get it now than later.
I don't know.
Well, you want to get it ready for the playoffs? Playoffs?
What about the option of not getting it at all?
Nope, not possible.
Now or later?
See how
It's
many
like-
fans are
it's a-
coughing in the
yeah.
stands? They're all like, they're not even covering. They're going like this
Sharing
with their
drinks,
mouth, and they're like
you know.
forcing it.
Yeah.
One guy's coughing into a rag and passing it around for everyone to sign.
Fun time. So,
All right, so I'm going Arizona in this game. Peter's going Tennessee. Alex?
I guess I gotta go Tennessee.
Okay.
All right, the next game is Jacksonville -3 at Houston. Houston's at home in this game. Jacksonville's -3.
Trevor Lawrence. Goodbye,
Rookie.
Gardner Minshew.
Rookie time.
Off to Philly.
I like Jacksonville.
Good running back. They got some receivers. You know what? Trevor Lawrence, #1 overall pick. They say this guy is amazing. Watched him a little bit in the preseason. He does throw dimes. He's got good sense in the line. And, I'm very interested to watch this game week 1 because my Bears don't play until the nighttime. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
Yeah. I'm
They're
with you.
favored, aren't they, too?
I think they're the
Yeah,
favorite.
by
That's
3.
like the first time in 2.5 years, maybe.
All right, then the next
Poor
game, you've got the
Jacksonville.
Chargers at Washington. Chargers are on the road, -1.
Herbert, Washington, you got Fitzy. Man, I don't know. And it's
I hate -1 spreads.
Chargers -1 or Washington?
Chargers.
-1? No, I got to go with the home team. They got Chase, they got that big defensive end in Washington.
I can't.
See, he's so good, everybody remembers his name. But, no, Washington has good defense, good offense, and they got Fitzy. I can't go -1 on the road.
I'll go
Not
Washington.
Opening day. Yeah, I got to take
All 3
The
Washington.
The Washington
football
football
team.
team. Greatest, I keep saying this, greatest team name ever. Creativity, next level.
There you go.
Censorship, next level.
The next
Football
game,
team.
Minnesota at Cincinnati. Minnesota's on the road, coming in at -3.5. Great game, great spread. I love it.
Vikings are like Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get.
It's too true.
Other than in game 1, get ready. Minnesota all day over Cincinnati.
I'm on the Joe Burrow bandwagon. I like these young quarterbacks in their sophomore years. They want to prove something. I know Joe Burrow went down, but I don't think this is the Bengals team that we remember for the last 30 years. The Bungles.
So you're going Cincinnati?
I am.
No. Cincinnati can't do it now.
At home.
Then you've got the Jets at Carolina. Carolina's at home, -4.5. This is a key game for us. We all agreed on Carolina, -4.5. And I'm personally adjusting this spread to about 8.5.
Sam Darnold returns.
I could see that easily adjusted to 6.5.
Sam Darnold
Going
returns
for
to
it.
the New York Jets. And that's who they... But Christian McCaffrey's back. They got Moore. They got Robbie Anderson in Carolina. A lot of weapons on offense. I'm not sure
Carolina's
about
gonna
their
be
defense.
Well, bottom line is if you're betting on the Jets, I mean,
I would take the
just
under.
there's a lake you can jump in.
No, I would take an under in this game, though, because San Francisco's defensive coordinator last year, Robert Salah, is now the New York Jets head coach. He's a defense guy. So if you're going to bet over-under, take the under in this game. So I like Carolina and the under.
There you go. Key pick, Carolina -4.5. The next game you've got Philly at -3.5 Atlanta. I like -3.5 Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Love it.
All three, Alex?
New team.
Yep.
Yep. New attitude.
The next game, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. I can't wait for this game. Buffalo's at home -6.5. There's no restrictions on fans in Buffalo. This game's wild. Every single person I've talked to is taking Buffalo by the spread. Not one person even considered Pittsburgh other than myself.
I could go with Pittsburgh on the road for an upset. That's if you're gonna go with a team for an upset. I would like
Pittsburgh, who else?
Bills have huge. Pittsburgh has good defense.
You
The
know,
running game is the only thing we don't know
I'm
about.
not.
They have
I'm
the
not
receivers.
I'm not a fan of the Bills in general. I think they tend to choke when it's obviously.
This
a
is
win.
gonna be
pressure.
the this
Yeah.
is gonna be the key pick that's gonna screw everybody on their pool ticket.
It's either we're right or we're really wrong. Like if, you know,
It's
it's either we win 27-26 last minute field goal, or we lose like 43-3.
One of those things.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's the game I see it being.
I'm excited. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I will have a couple tickets open with Buffalo, but I'm excited for that game. The next one, you've got Seattle at Indianapolis. There's no spread open. There's lots of changes going on with both teams.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Just Seattle. I mean Indy. They've got the Philly quarterback. What's his name? That was hurt all the time.
Oh, I hate him.
Yeah, he's hurt again.
Oh, what's his name?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Right. So he's the new one, and I don't think it's going to happen. Indy's got a great defense, but I just can't bet on them in a dome. You know.
It's gonna be wild. I don't know. That one's open. I like Russell Wilson. The next game we've got is San Francisco at Detroit. San Fran's coming in -7.5 at Detroit.
Look, don't take Detroit.
No, I like San Fran.
Finally, Uncle
Defense is
Jerry, this
healthy.
pick's for you. The one
Uncle
time of the
Jerry.
year, I'll take
And Uncle
San
Jerry, if you lose to the Lions,
Oh my God,
Week
Uncle
1?
Jerry.
wow.
Uncle Jerry, if you lose to Detroit on week 1, I'm getting you a Lions jersey for the whole season. Anytime they play, you gotta be wearing it.
Fran.
He didn't make a bet though. We can,
it's
we
no
can have
bet.
one made.
It's
Well,
no
no,
bet. I'm gonna
Detroit
sneak in.
Lions.
Tune in next week
CBoom
for the
on the back.
updated bet. We'll be calling Uncle Jerry.
All right, I'll
I'll
get on the phone.
I'll be
get on the
sneaking in the
horn.
middle of the night and throw it on him while
The
he's
next
sleeping.
game we have is Cleveland at Kansas City. Kansas City's at home, coming in -6.
Didn't they play in the playoffs last year? Yes, they did. And Mahomes even got hurt.
Yeah.
And their backup came in and beat Cleveland.
Yeah, Casey all day. This is an easy spread to adjust. You could take it to 10.
I heard you could actually pick a fan out of the crowd, and they can beat Cleveland.
Yeah.
The next game you have Denver at the Giants. Denver's on the road at -1.5.
This is different. Denver didn't have healthy receivers last year. They got
Now
Teddy
they do.
Bridgewater. Yeah, they got
They
Bridgewater.
do. They do.
Denver all day.
And the Giants,
Suck.
like, you never know.
Injuries.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm with Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, three on Denver. The next game you have Green Bay at New Orleans. Green Bay's on the road,
I like
coming
Green Bay.
in -3.
I like Green Bay.
I think it's going to be
Oh, boy.
-3.5 by that time. But Jameis Winston is now the starting quarterback in New Orleans. The guy will throw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, but Green Bay will throw more than that.
Yeah, but Jameis will also throw 3 to 5 interceptions. So he leads the league in touchdowns and interceptions sometimes. Usually interceptions. I don't know.
What
Has he
We'll
shook
see.
it off? It's going to be a great game.
What's your final pick?
You know what? I'm going to go New Orleans straight up at home as a dog. The dog of the day. Woof, woof, woof. That's my dog of the day. I'm going to go New Orleans straight up even. That'll pay
All right.
good.
That's gonna be an
That'll be
outlier.
like 4-1, maybe.
No, you'll get 2-1.
All right, whatever.
Miami at New England. New England's at home, -2.5. I like New England.
I don't like New England. I like Miami. Young team, good defense. Tua Tagovailoa from Alabama Crimson Tide's coming in. And New England has beaten up on Miami for years and years and years until Fitzy went up there and they made the playoffs. And I think Miami's got something to prove. This division game,
They have something to prove, but will they do it? Yes, I don't think so.
They have a good team on paper, right? But I'm going with Miami against you guys.
All right.
Again.
Good luck.
I might make some money.
The next game is Chicago at the Rams. Rams are at home at -7.
Stop Bears. It'll be -7.5 after everyone
They'll probably
loses their
come out
money
to
on the weekend.
-10 once they realize who's on the paper.
Everyone's gonna
It's
lose.
the Bears. This game will be safe in my opinion, -20.
Everybody's going to lose money on week 1, and then the Bears are going to come and cover. It's going to be like -8.5 by the time it gets to that Sunday night game.
It could even be a 10.
They'll cover. They might not win, but they'll cover.
They will not cover.
$1. It's a bet.
COVID.
Whatever. It's a hoax.
Okay, and the last game, the Monday Nighter, Baltimore at the Raiders. There's no spread available yet. I love Baltimore. In Vegas, but I'm going Baltimore.
I like
Who's
Baltimore
the favorite?
as well.
No spread yet.
Exactly.
But it's
that
gonna
might
be
be
Baltimore.
even money.
It could be.
If anyone's going to be a favorite, it's going to be Baltimore.
You know, Vegas improved a little signing John Brown, but not that much. It's got to go to Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson this year is on a mission.
Yeah.
And he's going to get into the playoffs, and then we'll see who Lamar Jackson is. And it's a contract year for him. And they say he might make $40 to $50 million US per year on his new deal.
That's nuts.
So if you're going into a contract year, bet on that guy.
Also, if he's
Right.
looking for a new best friend, totally available as a new best friend right here. Just saying.
Or
I
a
can hang
sponsor.
out and eat
You know,
nachos.
The Lamar Jackson
cool.
show.
All right. So those are the week 1 games of the NFL season. I'm so excited. I know you guys are as well. Let's talk a little bit about MMA, UFC, Bellator, all the above and more. I'm going to hand it over to Alex.
We've been on fire the last little bit with MMA, noticing a lot of trends where there's big names coming out, but not necessarily winning. This past weekend, for example, we had Clay Guida, one of the longest tenured UFC fighters. Actually, I think he's the 3rd longest fighter currently on the roster as far as his tenure goes. Just lost a fight he should have technically won. But enough about the past. But we're going to be looking at the futures here. We got a couple of big events coming up this month, but there's really only 4 fights to talk about. The first one's going to be at Bellator 266 on September 18th. It's a little bit of ways, but these odds are going to change drastically as the card fills out. You have Yoel Romero against Phil, Mr. Wonderful Davis. Now,
I thought he was going to say Paul Orton for a minute.
No.
Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful Paul Orton. Now, this is a huge deal. Romero was cut from UFC after losing 2 essentially title fights. He didn't really lose to anyone but the champion, and they cut him. And so Bellator scooped that up because, they're all friends, Dana and Scott Coker, all those guys. And they just scooped up Romero, and they're putting him in against Phil Davis.
That's an easy fight for Yoel Romero.
Easy fight. Super easy fight. It's a big purchase. It's going to be solid. He is the favorite, but surprisingly not a heavy favorite. He does take over I think his odds right now are at 1.65.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Not bad for someone who's realistically going to win that fight. So that would be my pick there. And then the next big event is UFC 256. And that's on September 25th. This is the event everyone is talking about. We have 2 title fights and Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler 2.
I love it. I've been waiting for this for 4 years. I've been
Nate's
waiting
the
for
guy
him to
that
come
beat
back.
McGregor, though, right?
Yeah.
Nick's different.
Yeah,
Nick's
his
the
younger
older brother.
I know they're both
Yeah.
crazy, and I love them both. Trust me.
So,
you can't go wrong on a
And
UFC 256 is headlined by Volkanovski and Ortega. They're currently doing the Ultimate Fighter show, and that's kind of like their finale fight for the title. It's going to be a very close fight. Both guys have the tools to beat their opponent. I would personally take Volkanovski, but I'm going to stay away from that fight.
I'm taking Ortega at the underdog. I think he's great. His submission game, and he's so tough.
what about a draw?
He
Yeah,
lost.
draw's a great option.
That always pays good at
The
boxing
draw
or
is
UFC.
That
could
draw
go
actually will pay 81 to 1.
Yeah, so be
That's worth
maybe
a dollar.
Maybe worth $1.
I'll buy that for $1.
Put 5 on it. Why not? It's a good one. 2 top guys.
Yeah, and it's going to be an excellent fight to watch. I mean, just the way these guys fight, heavy volume, heavy damage, looking to finish.
Non-stop. They'll both stand in the center of the cage and bang, or go on the ground, bang, submissions.
Nothing wrong with a draw sometimes. If you think a fight's that close and one guy, one likes one likes, I like the draw then.
And then there's another title fight, Shevchenko versus Murphy. Don't let any of the hype fool you. Murphy is garbage compared to Shevchenko.
Shevchenko is just like,
the
even
rankings don't matter. Shevchenko is just dominating everybody.
I don't know how they allow this. Because it's not really fair to put an MMA champion against like somebody that probably like cuts the lawn on the weekend.
Like
a tomato can. Like not. You're giving too much credit to the tomatoes.
First round knockout?
To be honest, I don't think so.
First round knockout.
I think the UFC likes them to drag it on, and Shevchenko likes to put on a show. I think the only money to be made in this fight is Shevchenko by round. And
you gotta pick the round, right?
Yeah, you got to pick the round. I'm gonna say rounds 2 and 3 are probably your money round. She's gonna
5-round fight.
She's gonna let Lauren Murphy unload everything and make her look stupid.
Murphy does pay 6.5, just so you're aware.
You're not beating Shevchenko. Even I know that.
I'm not taking it. But hey, keep in mind who had Pacquiao to lose.
Yeah, true. But the big fight of the night
against the Pac-Man, but
the big fight of the night though.
He runs the country now. Leave him alone.
Not even a title. Diaz versus Lawler 2. The first one was amazing. We're here like a couple decades later, and they're fighting again. They're both in great shape. Diaz is constantly doing triathlon, so his cardio is up there. He strikes with Freddie Roach, who taught him how to jab.
Okay.
That's Pacquiao's guy. If you look at their stats, Diaz tends to land more significant strikes per round. Lawler's got the power.
And he's tougher.
He's a little bit tougher, yeah. But edge again in grappling. I want to say
Diaz won the first fight.
Diaz won the first fight the way Lawler fights. If Diaz fights it the way Diaz fights, Lawler barely has a chance.
But if Lawler wins, then it sets up a Diaz-Lawler 3.
It does.
Something
damn
to
it!
think
Now you
about.
just threw off my bets.
Jeez. Just something to think about, though.
I'm
Diaz.
a big Diaz. I
love
the
Diaz,
guys.
but you got to cover all the angles.
But I'm actually going Lawler in this because he's been in a lot of competition in the recent years, and Diaz has been out. I know Diaz is still training. He's still doing all the stuff. He's still in great shape. Probably the best cardio in the UFC.
When's the last time he fought, though?
4 years.
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm going Lawler.
Lawler is the favorite there. Diaz is actually the underdog. I'm going Diaz. If this goes to the ground
Diaz
for a minute,
for money or value, right?
Not even just for value.
It's pretty close. It's like the odds right now are like 1.7 to 2.1. It's pretty close.
You know what fight this really reminds me of? The other Diaz versus Masvidal. Masvidal took it, which scares me. Which I gave you the Lawler pick there.
That's
power.
true. I did see that fight actually.
But I don't know. Nick Diaz. I mean, I can't bet against the guy. If he finds out, he's gonna come here and beat me up. So, yeah, I'm with Nick Diaz on that one. I think he's a good dog. But realistically, all the fights that are coming up are pretty close. Again, Bellator take Romero, and everything else. Just enjoy. It's gonna be a fun.
There's a good couple fights coming up. Lots of good exciting cards. All throughout all the different leagues, Prestige Fight League, Bellator, UFC, they've all got great competitors, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I've got to get some clarification. I got to talk to my guys at Bellator about that. I was super confused at their last event. It was Bellator 265, and all the wording and verbiage and signage said Prestige Fight League.
Something's going on, something shady behind the scenes. We'll get to the bottom of it and let you know next week.
CM Punk returned to the WWE.
Thank God.
He doesn't want to fight anymore.
He's not in WWE, it's AEW, Extreme Elimination Wrestling.
We have college football starting up. Of course, Bama, Crimson Tide, number 1 rated. Clemson's number 3. Ohio State, number 4. The usual suspects. But who's in there? Number 8, Cincinnati. Number 9, Notre Dame. Number 10, Carolina. Oregon, number 11. So, top 25, there's actually some good teams in there where you can make value on college ball. And we'll have a little bit about that once it starts up. I think the first game was today. It's week.
Boom.
Which is kind of like college preseason. I think it starts up Thursday with Ohio State. So I wouldn't bet against them.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're back. We're ready. Get ready for a great season. Stay tuned. You'll have weekly updates, weekly episodes from us. Make sure you check out CBoom.ca. We're going to have lots of picks posted on there. Lots of great information, updates on all teams, all sports.
And again, thanks to our sponsors, Tata's Hot Sauce Emporium. Brings that flavor to your table.
There's a podcast somewhere on Spotify, Apple Music, Google. Just find it. Do it. CBoom podcast.
CBoom.ca. You'll see it all. Make sure you check it out and stay tuned.
All you can eat, baby. Good luck.